Hi, welcome back. Pankaj from Sons of Technologies. And in this session, we are going to discuss a very widely asked question in interview, that is, what is the difference between abstract class and an interface? Let's see. Let's see the difference between abstract classes and interfaces. First difference: abstract class can have methods with and without body. Means abstract class can contain both the types of methods, the methods with body as well as methods without body. Means abstract and non-abstract methods both. Whereas interface can contain only methods without body. Means interfaces can only contain abstract methods, but this was till Java version 8, because from version 8 onwards we can have some methods with body. Then the second difference: abstract class can have constructors, whereas interfaces cannot have constructors. Third, in abstract class we can have instance variables. Means we can have the variables which belongs to object, whereas in interface the variables are by default static. Means they doesn't belong to object, they belong to class. Then variables in abstract class can be modified. Means we can change the values of abstract class variables, whereas in interface variables are by default constant, means final, they cannot be modified. Then abstract class doesn't support multiple inheritance. Means an abstract class can only extend a single class, whereas interface supports multiple inheritance. Means in an interface we can extend more than one interface, as well as a class can implement more than one interface. Then abstract class belongs to class hierarchy. Means it comes under the root class, which is object, whereas interfaces doesn't comes under any class hierarchy. So from the interface onwards we can have furthermore interfaces either extended or might be implemented by some other classes, but interface by default doesn't come under any class hierarchy. Now let's see about the similarities between abstract class and interface. So the first one, both can't be instantiated. Means we cannot create object of both abstract class as well as interface. Second, whenever we compile either an abstract class or an interface, both will result into a .class file. Third, both can contain abstract and non-abstract methods. This is from version 8 onwards. Interface supports methods with body for default and static methods. And fourth, both supports compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. Means in both abstract class and interface we can have overloaded methods as well as the methods declared in abstract class and interface. If they are abstract methods, they must be overridden by any of the non-abstract subclass. So let's see now all of these things practically. Now let's see practically all of these things. So again, going for FAQ folder and opening the command prompt and writing down here abstract demo.java. Again, let me arrange this into two half screens. Yes, it's arranged. Now let's see one by one all of these points which we have discussed. So first, about an abstract class. Let me declare a class as abstract class A, and try to provide here a method with body as well as without body. But yes, the methods which are without body need to be declared as abstract. So if I try to compile this code, javac abstract demo.java, yes, it's compiling fine. Whereas if the same thing is with an interface I, then by default we can only have abstract methods, that is without body. So if I try to compile this code, it is compiling fine. But if I try to provide some method with body and some method without body, you can see it will show me an error. So it's showing an error saying that interface abstract methods cannot have body. So by default interface methods are abstract, they doesn't contain body. Yes, we have some more methods added in version 8 which can provide body, which are static and default methods. By default, when you don't specify anything, all methods in interface are abstract. Whereas in class, none of the method is by default abstract. Whichever method you need to declare as abstract, you need to explicitly specify the keyword abstract before that method. Then the next difference, abstract classes can have constructors. So if I provide here a constructor, let me remove the body from this ABC method. And yes, now I have provided here the constructor, and let me try to compile this code. Yes, it is compiling fine. But if the same thing I try with interface by providing an constructor for an interface and try to compile, it will show me error either with body or even without body. So in both the cases, we can see it is going to show me an error. So this shows that interface can't have constructors. Now, the third difference, abstract class can have instance variable. Let's take int x variable, and now if I compile this code, javac abstract demo, see it is compiling. Similarly, if I have int x variable in interface, you can see I will get an error because interface variables are by default static and we don't have any constructor. So it must be initialized at the time of declaring the variable itself. Because in abstract class the variables belongs to an instance, so while creating the instance of the subclasses of this abstract class, that time the constructor will initialize the values. But in interface they doesn't belong to object. So hence we need to initialize them beginning itself in the program. Now let me compile this javac abstract demo.java. It is compiling. Now let's see both javap a class. So it is showing me the integer x variable, which is as it is, means it's an instance variable. Whereas if the same thing I try on interface, it shows it is static by default, means it doesn't belong to object. So static keyword doesn't belong to object. Similarly, the other thing, interface variables can be modified. Like example, if I try to modify this interface variable by typing here x equal to 20, x equal to 30, likewise, and save it and try to compile this code, it is not going to show me any kind of error. So it is compiling here. Whereas as we can see here itself inside the output from javap command, that interface variables are by default final, means they are constant, we cannot modify them. And then the other difference, abstract classes doesn't support multiple inheritance. So if I take here abstract class B and one more abstract class C, or just a normal class C extends A comma B. Now if I try to do this, it will show me an error. So see, it is showing me error. Even if I declare this class as abstract, then also you can see here it will show me a compile time error. Whereas the same type of things if I try to do on interface, like if I have here interface J and I provide interface K extends I comma J, and then if I try to compile, it compiles fine. So there is no problem in interface. So interface can extend more than one interface, but class cannot extend more than one class, even though if it is an abstract class. So hence the interface supports multiple inheritance, whereas abstract class doesn't support multiple inheritance. Then the last one, by default abstract class belongs to a root class, that is object class hierarchy, whereas interface doesn't belong to any object class hierarchy. To see either our abstract class extends from object class or not, we need to set the path to JDK 1.6. So here I am setting it. So I have set it. Now to see the path, I am typing here javac space hyphen version. So yes, it is set to 1.6. Now we can execute this command javap space a class, and we can observe here that our class A by default extends object class. Actually in version 7, 8, 9, 10, in all the versions it will actually extend the object class, but the javap command in all of these versions will not display this. So hence I am setting back to version 6. So here we can see by default our class extends from root class, object class. Means our abstract class comes in the object hierarchy, or we can say our object class hierarchy. Whereas the same thing if I try to do with interface I, we can see it doesn't extend from any object class hierarchy. So hence interface doesn't come in any class hierarchy. In fact, the class hierarchy of interfaces starts from interface, but it doesn't belong to any other root class hierarchy. Fine. So all these were the differences between abstract class and interface. Now let's see the similarities. So I'm just clearing the screen here and coming back, and this time I'm creating public class abstract demo with main method. Yes. So let's see the first similarity between both, that is both cannot be instantiated. So if I try to do a1 equal to new a and I1 equal to new I, so for both of these statements I should get an compile time error. So if I try to type here javac abstract demo.java, so you can see a is abstract cannot be instantiated and I is abstract cannot be instantiated. So both of these cannot be instantiated. Then the second similarity, after compiling both of these results into dot class file. To see this, I will just come here to the command prompt and clear the screen by deleting all the dot class files. And now let me show you here the folder where this program is written. Yes, now I have here just a single .java file as I have deleted all the dot class files, but my program contains three things inside. One is abstract demo class, one more is abstract class A, and one more is the interface I. So let's see when I compile this code, what am I going to get? So here when I press enter, so you can see I have got one A dot class, I dot class and abstract demo dot class. So A dot class is from abstract class and I dot class is from interface. So this shows that both after compilation gives me a dot class file. Now let's come back to our program. Now third similarity, that both of these can contain abstract and non-abstract methods. So here in abstract class, yes, we have an abstract method as well as non-abstract method. Let's try to do the same with interface. But as mentioned, if I try to provide a method here with body, let's say I am providing ABC method here with body, and try to compile this code, I am going to get an error because interface methods cannot have body. So for that, to provide here a body, we need to declare it as default and then I can compile. But see again the error, because this provision is only been added in Java version 8 and we have set our path to version 6. So let me set back to version 8. Yes, I am setting back to version 8. And now just for confirmation, javac-version, yes, it is showing me 1.8. Now let me compile with javac abstract demo.java and we can see it is compiling fine. So from version 8 onwards, we can have abstract class and interface, both with abstract methods as well as non-abstract methods. So here in interface, this is by default now an abstract method and this is now non-abstract method. Similarly here, this is an abstract method and this is non-abstract method. Then the last similarity, that is both can be overloaded. Means I can have here ABC function in abstract class, one without parameter, one with different parameter. Same thing I will try in the interface. You need to change it to default. Then if you try to compile, you can see both getting compiled. So this shows that yes, both can be overloaded. In fact, both must be overridden. If I take one class demo which extends abstract class A, now I need to compulsorily override the abstract method XYZ. So here, if I try to override that abstract method, public void XYZ, and then compile this code. Yes, it is compiling. Similarly, if I type here implements I, and then if I try to compile, then also it is compiling. Now in both of these cases, we have abstract method XYZ which is implemented here inside the demo class. So means we are able to override XYZ method here inside a class. So hence both abstract class and interface supports overriding. Also, one of the very basic question asked is like, when we cannot instantiate an object of abstract class, then how abstract class constructor is called? So one point to add up here, never abstract class constructors are called directly. Whenever you create an object of subclass, the subclass constructor by default calls superclass constructor. So this is a basic behavior in Java, that every subclass constructor by default calls superclass constructor. So this is how the superclass, that is the abstract class constructor, is called internally. Fine. So these are all the points regarding the abstract class and interface. Let's see with next question. Thank you.